Hello, I hope you are guys doing well. Today gonna have a topic of why did the Arab world, or why is the Arab world not united, and why did the Ba'athis completely failed, whether in Iraq, or whether in Syria, or even in Libya, and in absolutely in Egypt, or the Union, the United Arab Republic, which was in 1958, somewhat there until 1961, until Syria there was a military coup and then Syria became back its own nation when it was formally united it's and Egypt. Reasons were too much. Reasons first of all was that Egypt well in simple sense there was way more than just saying this reason. Well Egypt centralized government in Cairo paid no attention to the stuff that was in Syria it's like Syria was being left behind like the main government in Cairo Egypt didn't invest in did anything in Syria like Syria had no part to do in the government. So that led it to the people uprising, and not to the actual people, to the military general, nationalistic generals who wanted and got some coup, and then Syria became back a nation. I mean, why is our world not united? I mean, simple sense. Like we fought against the revolution against the Ottomans. We literally fought against the Ottomans, which is now Turkey. We we Syria, Jordan, Egypt was already under the British at that time, but Syria, Jordan, Palestinians, even though Palestine was before the British occupation, and even is Iraqis. Well, Iraq was yeah, as well Iraq. Wait. Damn! I need to bring back my history. Was Iraq occupied before the Ottomans? I don't know. Well, either way, I'm talking about Syria because I know more history for Syria than nation. So Jordan, the king, which I'm not honestly too detailed in history. I'm just saying the general stuff like that I always see in my head. Like why the Arab world is still divided. We fought against the Ottomans. The reasons that we wanted and did that revolution against at that time the strongest Islamist empire, even though the Ottomans were the sickness empire because they were dying like every few centuries, a few years, a few decades. British and France and Italy takes more land from them, like Italy took Libya. Well, the idea is we literally fought again. We fought the Ottomans for a reason that so we can be united. Why are we still not? I mean, there's so much of betrayals. Like being an Arab or like being like just nationalistic thing to your nation. Sorry, just being a nationalistic to your nation. Let's say literally a whole entire betray. We have to be nationalistic to the Arab Union, but one thing is that that's not just saying it. Like, first of all, in my game, I kinda did a coup in Saudi Arabia, that's why they ain't monarchy. But the point is, the Arab Union. I think everyone should honestly forget that we should not have anything called anymore Arab Union. First of all, we won't have. Let's think about this. Hafez al-Assad during Iraqi invasion or during Iraqi Iranian conflict, which was a necessary war that Saddam Hussein had to take, in my opinion. What did Hafez al-Assad wanted and supported Iran? And during 1991, yes, Saddam Hussein did a huge mistake of invading Kuwait. I will never honestly justify it, even though my opinion, he's my favorite Arab leader that ever lived. But his mistake that happened there could never been forgotten in my mind. What's this? So yeah, that's one thing that he did. But so, Hafez al-Assad supported him, and both of them were Ba'athist. Saddam Hussein was Ba'athist, but slash nationalistic Iraqi Ba'athist, and the Syrian government was emergent, like not emergent as simply as the game or communist, but it was more like towards like military dictatorship, more like divide the nation. Now, I'm not saying Hafez al-Assad was good or anything. No, that moron literally killed more civilians, more Syrians than even Israel. He the one who's, in my opinion, started the Golan Heights, which is a very controversial thing. Like no one really knows what happened, but I do believe, in my opinion, that he actually sold it to them. And I gotta admit that's one thing that I honestly still believe in that the Golan Heights was stolen. You would never told me a city that's completely out fully goddamn mountains and so important, insanely strategical area for defense. Literally got taken in under 24 hours. The Syrian government even announced that so the Syrian government even announced that they lost the land before they even took it. Like That's how weird it was. It was incredibly weird that I honestly, I don't know what to say. Like, we are as Arab, we betray each other so much times. Like, sorry, just 1 second. And what? Oh no, Iraq grew their independence. No, that's Saudi. Wait, how much Iraq independence? Bro, we have 100%. How the hell are you trying to leave? Okay, we'll just ignore it. Well, in 1973 war, during the Yom Kippur War or October 7 War, the Arabs, Syrian, Egyptian invaded, okay? What happened here? We were going to the Golan Heights. What happened after Israel sent their troops? They know they won't be winning on two sides defensively, so they decided to attack on one side. And I gotta admit that was a smart move. But what happened there? They had attacked Syria into the Golan Heights, but the Iraqi special forces that was already in Syria that came with the Syrian government, they already crossed into Ramallah. So the Syrian government, instead of holding the line, and I mean, they did not at that time took the full Golan Heights, but they took some part of it, like in here near Al Qantara region. If they, the Syrian government should hold it that line. I mean, that was not a mistake. I honestly don't believe that was a mistake. I believe that was Hafiz just to Hafiz Assad just to keep the just to keep it at like just to keep the Golan Heights not Syrian, so he can always say, I'm taking back the Golan Heights. I'll be fighting for Palestinian and all of that. Those Iraqi divisions completely got encircled in here after the Syrian government just retreated. Not just retreated and held the line, no, no, no. They retreated to Damascus. Jordanian Jordanian troops had to come into Daraa to protect the rural areas or the rural areas of Damascus, like the farming areas. Israel got so close to the Damascus gates, which is honestly, that's why I can't believe. I mean, this is not a video that you take and like you listen to me and say, oh, I'm saying fully facts with evidence. No, I'm just saying what I think. And honestly, I really think that Hafez al-Assad completely sold the Golan Heights, and the Yom Kippur War was a completely war of just a war to say that, oh, I will be there to take more, what they call it, like how will I say, to take more control upon the people, like to make the people like, I'm fighting for the Golan Heights, I'm gonna fight Israel, I'm gonna free Palestine, when everything that happened at that time was a completely killing of Syrians in the city of Hama in 1980. Oh, what did I happen? In 1982, I think was it? When yeah, I think it was in 1982, if I remember history right. When completely blockaded the city Hama and bombed it with artillery and airstrikes, carpet bombing it. Tons of people. It was like fire happening and people died. And just because of what assumed to be that he or the government at that time said because the Muslim Brotherhood was there. If you're gonna use and ever use an excuse because a group of people that oppose you that they are in that city to bomb the hell of that city, that's never really something like you should ever say or not even think about it, to be honest. And that's like one thing that always comes to my mind. I mean, like we are as Arab, honestly, we betray each other like so many times. Like, okay, Syria, Hafez Assad invaded Lebanon. Yes, Lebanon was in civil war. The Palestinians and Jordanians, I honestly don't believe any of their story. I'm Syrian, I love you, both you guys, Palestinians and Jordanians. I don't believe none of your guys' stories of what is the real story. Because during what was it? 1968, I think? Jilul al-Awwal? I don't know what it's in English, but it was a day where Palestinian militant that the Jordanian government allowed to stay in Jordan and fight over the Israeli. They went it and they wanted to overthrow the what's called Jordanian monarchy, but they got crushed really fast, really swiftly. But this always comes to my mind. I mean, if the Palestinian militant had the right or not had the right, if they thought it was a good idea to go and overthrow a goddamn a nation that's letting them to have forces there. Okay, what could be the reason? I mean, they were already there. Yes, the Jordanian government was putting pressure. Oh, don't go to there, don't go in cities, stay at the border. Because during Israeli bombing, when they see, they use excuse of the resistance being there, they use it as excuse to go bomb the hell of that area, no matter who was in it. So the Jordanian government kept like trying to impose for the Palestinians to just stay at the border, so you cannot come to the cities. I mean, I mean, even I kinda agree with the Jordanian government because like I mean, let's not forget Jordanian government was the one who made who lost Jerusalem and the whole entire West Bank to Israel. I mean, if the Palestinian, if Hamas was there, they could hold it on. No, well, the point is, as Arab, we betrayed each other so many times. Here, okay? Now we go to North Africa. Algeria, Morocco, and South Sahara. First of all, South Sahara, if I was right, France used to control them on northern side Spain, or the opposite. Northern side, I mean Morocco and South Sahara. Before they used to be one thing. I mean, South Sahara is not even a nation now. It wants to be, but won't be. Algeria supports Sub-Saharan independence. On the other hand, Morocco supports the Algerians' independence in Algeria. Algerians were. I'm not honestly that. Look, don't take this as a fact, okay? I could be saying stuff wrong. Like, I'm sure I'm saying some stuff wrong. I'm not knowledgeable in history. I'm just saying what I think is there, and according to my knowledge. But don't take anything that I say and go debate it with your family or anyone. Like, I could be 9999.9% wrong on what I'm saying, or I could be 100% right on what I say. So, Algeria support the Sub-Saharan independence. Morocco, on the other hand, supports the Algerians' independence. Now, the Algerians is a group that fought against the French. Were honestly one of them, like even the Arab absolutely fought, but they did a key role during the French. Wait, did the United Arab Emirates have war? Oh yeah, they did a. Oh no, it did not. Okay, so they were really important during that. What the hell? The name? What's it? During the French Resistance in 1960s, and well, they now want to become independent, and Morocco supports them. Algeria supports South Sahara, as well. I'm not being biased. I do love Algeria, but I mean recently not really because there were documents that they were supporting the Al-Assad regime, their special forces. Well, Algeria Kinshasa actually occupies land in here in Tunisia, if you never known. In this city, this stuff in here back then, before the French came, used to be for Tunis, which honestly weird. What if a nation just get created here, and not a nation? What if we just do the Federation of Arab? Every state has their own government, every state have their own thing, but we all united under one thing is that we are Arab. I mean, look at this, Egypt and Sudan. They still haven't decided on who controls this area in here. God damn it, Sudan is in civil war. Emirat, United Arab Emirates is supporting the rapid forces. Egypt supporting the Sudanese government during the Libyan civil war as well, the Libyan Chad war. Like, it's so crazy. Like, Arab betrayers are at the highest level. Like, no one, like, we, in a way, none of us actually, I mean, I'm not a leader, okay? But none of our leader ever supported each other. They were always against each other, always. Do you know that Hafez al-Assad, not Hafez al-Assad, before he came the president, that the Ba'athist leader during the Palestinians, when they tried to overthrow the Jordanian, he ordered the Syrian troops to cross into the border of Jordan to support the Palestinians there to overthrow the Jordanian government. During Iraq in 1995, I mean, this Iraq did invade an Arab nation, and that's why I'm saying Kuwait. And like, why is no one talks about that? United Arab Emirates, 3 islands of them is being occupied from Iran. Like 3 islands. I mean, yeah, like this island, but I can't believe I still remember it in the map. I honestly don't know. We betray each other in so much. Like, who believes that Iran is there for Palestinian? I swear to God, you're dumb. And who believes that the Arab leaders who stand up for Palestinian, you are done. You're like, you will never be an Arabic leader unless you support Israel. Simple as that. Simple. Unless one day, okay, unless one day, oh, what the hell is it? Unless one day we see a world where just a clearly united Arab, clearly, and without the Israeli image. Now, if you want to become the leader of Israel, you can say, oh, I will be supporting Palestine, oh, what, and all of that. Well, guess what? You will never be the leader. They won't let you. Simple as that. Not that they will let you. It's because your own people, or not people, so your own. Okay. Every nation, every human, every area on earth has a people who love money. Who loves money, and if they were male, loves women. Okay? In simple sense, Israel will always try to support a general or anyone who's important in the armed forces or to make an opposition of a government that's against them. Simple as that. That's why now you never see a leader that truly fight against Israel. Like here, what was his name? Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Oh well, this is different here, so he's not the leader. Recep Tayyip Erdogan. I've, I swear to God, when I was younger, I mean, I'm still young, thank God I'm not that old. Well, when I was younger, I always thought, oh man, is man will always be standing for Palestine. He's so good. We love him. We love Turkey. I still love the Turkish. They are Islam. I love them. But no leader actually what they do what they say. No, like in simple sense, there is no leader on this earth that does what they say if what they say is against Israel. No. Simple sense, no leader. Because you will never be the leader if you want to do that. Simple as that. Well, I know if that's something like, okay. Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein invaded Iran. Yes, that was a necessary war. But unless Saddam Hussein already had a grip upon its people, already had a grip upon the Shia. And the Shia Iraqi. I love every Islam. I don't care if you're Shia or Sunni. Like, if you're Islam, that's it. But if you're Iranian, and anyone who respects me, I respect them. I don't honestly care about who they are. But Iraq went and invaded Iran. Do you know Iraq in 1990s were the fourth strongest armed forces in the world? Well, even though invaded Iran, that destroyed a lot of stuff. No one won. It was a whole entire stalemate. As much as you think Iraq won or Iran won, literally no one won, in my opinion. No one. It was a stalemate. Both of them got demolished at each other. Let's say on the other hand, instead of Iraq invading Iran, they teamed up with the Hafiz al-Assad, which that's I swear to God in dreams won't happen, because I don't know how you are an Arab leader and you could hate each other as much as this. They hated each other like in a way that's. Can you believe that at that time there was Syrians, Iraqi troops at the border that's like ready to fight at any point? They were there like and ready to fight. That's the point. Like, imagine if Iraq and Syria, okay? I'm just saying imagine, okay? Because like what I said, if you want to be the leader, you will never be the leader if what you're saying is against Israel. And Jordan all went into Israel. You guys say 1967? I honestly believe that 1967 was just a stupid damn war that the Arab by themselves made it to lose. They cared about their money. They cared about stuff. You can never ever convince me. Okay, sure, you might, okay, because there is no material on earth that Richie can hold its ground. We said during October 7. Oh, sorry, that Syrian-Egyptian war was on October 6. Hamas invaded and took all of these surrounding areas and then retreated back. Okay, well that's is just a militant group. Imagine if it was troops. Okay, I might believe Israel took everything except the Golan Heights. I can never ever believe a government that will announce that the Golan Heights has fallen before an Israeli troops even entered it. Like, I don't know, like I feel like the Golan Heights, okay, Jerusalem I will say, Sana'a, or Sana'a this, not the Yemeni city, I can't pronounce really. Even though I'm Syrian, I just don't know Arabic that good. Jerusalem, West Bank, okay, maybe, yes. Maybe there was some troops like horrible who just selected to retreat or just didn't have weapons. Not I mean weapons excuse, that's the dumbest excuse. Hamas barely has anything and they are there. Who let's say did not have the spirit to keep fighting. Who just retreated, okay? Golan Heights. It's a goddamn mountain. Do you know there's here water, a river inside the Golan Heights? I mean, not a river, across it, inside the middle of it. There's a river that grants water, a fresh water, which is really necessary for Israel and Syria and even Jordan. And I can't believe that it could honestly be gone. Sonia, this, yeah, maybe. It's a damn desert. Like, Israeli tanks, artillery, and their air force can simply bang, bam, boom, take it. There's not really that much of stuff that you could hold on. Especially back then, the preparation was to be different. Like, there was not that much defensive areas, no one really knowing how to fight a guerrilla warfare comparatively to now. I mean, there was absolutely guerrilla warfare. I'm talking about that time, okay? Do you know at that time, Egypt was fighting against the Yemenis monarchy? Serious, Yemen back then was a monarchy. Egypt sent it in some, no, I mean not a full war. There was a civil war, a bit civil war, and sent intervention forces to Yemen. I mean that's exactly what I'm doing in my game scenario, to be honest. But you know how much that costed Egypt maybe to lose that war? Bro, they got cooked. I mean not cooked like okay they lost. No, I don't care about losing or winning. I care about how many equipments did you lost. What was the consequences of your actions? And simple and said, the consequences was very large for Egypt. As much as if you are proud Egyptian or proud any nation that I'm speaking against, I'm proud as Syrian, but there is so much stuff that's wrong with Syria. I mean, currently with the new government, I love it. I think we are reaching on a path for the greatness of the future, which I really hope that keep it going. The new government is doing all the stuff that, as a Syrian and as a person, I agree with. We can't fight Israel. We want to do a plan to ceasefire it, or like not serious, like we want to do a fully navigations deal for defense. I mean, if we won't get support enough from other Arab nation, and we won't, simple that Palestinians will, no Arab nation right now, I promise you, no Arab nation will go and fight Israel now. As much as Palestinians dies, they won't. As much as Palestinians dies, I'm telling you they won't. Simple as that. Reasons, we start Syria. How many Syrians family members. How many Syrians have died in northern Syria, in southern, everywhere in Syria during the civil war? And I won't call it a civil war. I will call it a revolution war against those Iranian and backers Al-Assad, the stupid, hilarious donkey family. How many Syrians died and how many Arab nations stand tall? And let's not forget that the Arab leaders was welcoming Bashar al-Assad after. Oh, wait, did this war finally ended? No way, cool. Well, how many Syrians, how many Syrians died, and how many Arab nations stand still? Okay, you could say Saudi Arabia supported with arms and all of that. No way, Al Qaeda controls. Fuck. Oh, damn it. I missed it up at this whole entire Arab campaign. Unhistorical. Well, how many nations stood still? Like seriously, no nation wanted their feet to go or sent their forces to help. Iraqi al-Mahdin, al-Jish al-Mahdi. Those stupid donkeys, I'm not against Shia, but those stupid donkeys, Shia militias that wanted to demolish Syria. And what the hell? What is this? Iraqi Communism Party and here non-alignment. How the hell? I don't know. Well, they went in and killed tons of Syrians. I mean, was not there to protect Shia. We, as a Syrian, we all will protect all of our people, no matter who they are, Christians, Islam, Druze, Kurdish, Alawites. If you are Syrian, we don't like, we have no hate upon you. I mean, Syrian is enough. We are united, but like, I felt like instead of Arab nations helping Dara, which I mean, can you believe Israel helped the Syrian forces that was in Dara? Jaish what was the name? Jaish al-Jolan or Forsan al-Jolan. They literally helped them to defend against Hezbollah when they were coming to the city of Dara. Yes, in Dara at the end it failed, but like the Syrian old piece of donkey regime took it. Well, at the end, I mean, they still came back and we won. But the point is, Arab nations are like just in the like, if you are thinking in your head, any Arab nation, any Islamist leader that says they're gonna be there for Palestine, just forget it. Okay, simple as that. Forget it. Any leader who says wants to help Palestine is just a person who wants to take control over their nation, more control upon their nation. Any nation on earth, because in simple sense, you will not be the leader if you are with Palestine. Yes, and sometimes you might be. Sometimes yes, you will be. Sometimes you will see actually great people that rise up and want to actually help Palestine. But what will happen to them? I want you to make a quick guess. Okay, one thing will happen to them is that they can be getting overthrown from their own government. I mean, I don't know. I think I had enough from this video. I hope you guys like did not hate it what I say. I understood something whatever. Well, that was just some stuff that honestly was always in my head, and yeah, just had to say it. Thanks for you guys watching, and adios.